Peace, and welcome to another episode of the Grown Man Shift Podcast. I'm your host, Baith Noordin, and thank you. I promise at the top of every show, I will show my appreciation, my gratitude for you guys tuning in, for pulling up, for the likes, the shares, the reposts, the tweets, the love, because it really does mean something. Like, I'm not necessarily doing this for the gram, but I'm doing this so when it hits the gram or it hits YouTube or wherever it hits, it connects. And it's showing me that this is connecting, and I appreciate it. Today we do have a guest, somebody who I had the pleasure of being introduced to a previous guest. Shout out to the homie Jeremy Burnett. Thank you for the alley-oop. And without further ado, I'll let him introduce himself. My guy who's becoming a good friend, Mr. Jameel. What's going on, my brother?
What's going on? How you feeling?
Hey, man, I can't complain. Thank you for coming, for real.
Thanks for having me, man. I'm shout out to Jeremy, man. Jeremy, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just here, man. You know,
Yeah.
I'm ready. The call came through. We talked a little bit. I'm like, nah, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. You know,
For sure. I mean, give the people a little bit. Who are you? Where you from? What you do? All that good stuff, so they could tap in with you.
I'm born and raised Newark, New Jersey. My name Jameel Laboo. I go by C.H.A.O.S. When I used to rap. I still rap because it's my passion, more for therapy now.
Yeah.
Act, author, have a book out right now. We get into that a little bit, but yeah.
Showing the book.
You know what I mean? Check me out. It's on Amazon. Ebook. You know, the physical copy. Yeah, man, that's what I'm doing. Just here, just trying to do things and heal myself in the process of helping others the best way I could.
Yeah.
That's it, man. I'm here.
That's what's up. So, you opened the door and I will walk through it. On the healing journey, what sparked this version of Jameel? What sparked this version of being in a healed place or seeking out healing and wanting to kind of share or express or connect with other people on their journey?
Personally, I think when I started out on my music journey, I was like rapping my life, and I just getting out what I feel, what I go through on a day-to-day and stuff like that. And a part of me felt like that was like a healing, right? Because I'm getting out what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
But then my oldest brother, once he started having kids and my nephews was rapping my music, I started hearing my lyrics myself. And it kind of bothered me because I never wanted it to be like I'm glorifying it, or, I started realizing that people are paying attention to me.
Yeah.
And, I could say, I ain't have a choice and stuff like that. But that sounds good until you really realize you're impacting people, and it can be the wrong way, the wrong message. Not to say I don't still write what I feel, but now I'm just more selective on what I put out or who's gonna hear what, or or start writing books because now I can get it out a different way. Or the acting, I get it out, and you might think it's just a role, but it actually made me feel better by screaming or whatever it may be. So just that. I started realizing what I needed younger. Yeah. And, I'm trying to get that to people now. Yeah. If that makes sense.
What was that? I know you said it was the music. What was that moment like? Like when you was like, hold on, this is really
confusing. It was confusing because I love music. To this day, I love music. I can hear something real right now from somebody, and it might sound super negative, but I understand it. Yeah. So it's always, and to this day, it's still like I can hear something like, man, I'm right. Just because it's music is therapeutic. It touches you, So it was always confusing because I'm like, well, how do I still write? Or how do I can write positive, but I don't want to. All right, I write and don't put no curses in it. But it's still your message. I was just trying to figure out how can I continue without it being like
negative.
I just feel like it's something that I will always kind of go back to in my head. Like, did I do the right thing, or should I kept going? But for the most part, I know I got people that's counting on me, and we often misled, and I just don't want to really be a part of it. Understood. Not saying I don't make mistakes still, but I'm trying to buckle down as much as I can.
So, two parts. The first part, what got you into music in the first place? I know you said it's therapeutic. It was like a form of release, but what was your inspiration to be like, you know what, I could do that too?
Tupac.
Oh, really?
So I was when what happened. I write poetry in the house or things like that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like for the public or nothing.
Yeah.
And I heard Tupac, man, and I'm like, he rapping about pain, and people like not enjoying it, but like they embracing it.
Appreciate it.
So I'm like, well, wait, maybe it's not embarrassing what I'm going through. Maybe it's so. I started turning the poetry into rhymes, and that started to group with me and my brother, then to group me and my brother, some of my friends, to local showcases, to people start saying, nah, you got it.
Yeah.
And then just went from there, man. I was like, hold up, I'm getting, that's what I'm saying. It was like another step of like, nah, I feel a little better because once I write this 16, and, you know, when I started rapping, it was 3 verses. So 16, you know, you do your hook. So it's like I'm getting it out. Yeah. And and I was going from there.
Yeah. Now, in light of all of this, in light of all of these negative things, especially with the music industry coming to light, what was some of the adverse situations that you faced and you had to stand 10 toes on morals, values, things like that, where you was like, nah, I rap, but I don't really do all that? Did you ever have to face any of that stuff?
Yeah, I think that every turn it was an obstacle with music, because you have to realize that if you can't be used, you're useless. And so me, you know, when I first started rapping, I was calling myself Chaos the Realist. So the whole realist thing was like, you're not gonna play with me like that. I'm not somebody to be played with. But what I learned later was, the more a person realized they couldn't get over on you, then they rather not deal with you. So now it's like, Dad, what's up? Well, I supposed to got with such and such. He ain't call me back because they're a little nervous. We see we can't get over on them. You know, that door gonna close. You know, oh, yo, bro, what's up, man? That door gonna close. Because I didn't know how to like calm down to like kind of just let it flow. I was right there. As soon as I sensed it, I'm like, don't, you know. And not even trying to be tough enough, because I'm telling anybody, think it out now, you know. But at that point, it was just like, everybody was just using you. You know, oh, this gonna cost this gonna cost that, and I'm paying for everything because it's my passion. But once they start slowing up, I'm like, hey, we did this. What's going on?
You know, up?
And then I'm like, yo, it's getting tight now. I'm spending a lot. And the results. Now nobody answers the phone no more. You got it. So you know, you took what you can get.
Oh, y'all motherfuckers trying to play with me.
You know what I mean? So the adversity, honestly, was just like me growing up. I had to keep saying, it's not the streets, it's not the streets. You know, and that's, I was kind of attacking it like that. Like, don't play with me, like, you know. And it's the streets, and although they try to mend them now and bring them together, it's always gonna be separate.
100%.
Always gonna be separate.
100%.
So like that was the thing. I was running into a lot of people, and it'd be like I run into the super grimy person, but behind this person I meet somebody that's super genuine. Like, so it was like I meet this, I couldn't care less for you, but then this person right here, I can like always sense the genuineness in this person. So I built a lot of good relationships from bad relationships. If that makes sense.
Damn. Those be the funniest cosigns too, because it's like, depending on how much of a piece of shit that person is that do the introduction, right? Now you are looked at as the piece of shit because of how you were introduced, not knowing, like you said, I know you grimy as shit, but the person behind you is a sweetheart. The person behind you actually is trying to get you to not be grimy in this journey or whatever it is. What was it that caused you to like stand with value principles? Like, where did that come from? Where did the morals, or where did the ability to be in a room and say, you know what, I ain't even with that? Where did that come from?
Just growing up where I grew up, man. You know, like my older cousins, that's like my older brothers. Always kind of, you know, drilled the stuff, the principles and morals in my head. My father was a zero tolerance person, whether, you know, even dealing with like drug addiction, in and out of prison, he was still zero tolerance. You know, he taught me a lot of things, that how a man should carry himself. And so it was just like, I know I couldn't let them down, or I'm trying to live in my eyes as that kid. I was trying to live up to how I viewed them.
Yeah.
You know, how would they go for this? How would they take this? You know,
Yeah.
so it just was like, if it ain't right, it's not right, and in the long run, you're gonna win.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's how I always kind of stuck with it. I mean, to this day, I still stick with my morals,
Yeah.
but I grown and matured a lot to understand how to handle it different.
What caused that shift in maturity? Like the perspective of like, nah, you're not about to play with me, to, you know what? Let me go let me chill real quick and come back to this.
It was like a few things. One, I started realizing that majority of it's fake.
Yeah.
So if this is what you want to do, you gotta learn how to maneuver through these rooms. Because if you keep trying to call out everything in a room, if 90% is fake,
Yeah.
and you kind of, where you going?
Yeah.
Where you
Like
going?
Nino Brown.
Yeah,
and shit.
you get what I'm saying. So now I'm like, I gotta figure a way to maneuver through these rooms.
Yeah.
And like calm down, like, you know.
Yeah.
So that was one, and then the birth of my first child. I'm like, I gotta change. Like everything has to, like, she has to see me. I have to be here,
Yeah.
and I have to make decisions that's gonna better her and stuff like that. So like that's my dog. Like
Yeah.
she changed everything about me, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God, like that was like the major shift. Like her birthday one day after mine's, like hands down. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like that was it.
Did you feel like you were like on a path of destruction? Did you feel like
100%.
if you didn't change that maybe her dad would be in prison or worse?
So the crazy thing, right? I always my worst fear was having a child and being in prison, right?
Yeah.
So because of my father,
Valid.
right?
Valid.
So I always told, and me and him, we had a conversation a few years ago now as an adult, that where I told him the things that he didn't do actually made me like a great father. So let's just say, and this might sound crazy, he was, you know, he never substance abuse, he never went to prison, and he was just like right there with me. I might could have been like a spoiled brat that, you know, just a piece of crap because I never had no adversity, right?
Yeah.
And but being that I had it, I know what it felt like. I know the pain. I know the hurt. I don't want my kids to feel that, to become who they are.
Yeah.
Although they're gonna have their own level of it,
Yeah.
but not what I went through.
Yeah.
Right. So
And not caused by you.
there you go.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now, when my wife now, currently was my girlfriend at the time, was like, she's pregnant. I'm still 1 foot in, 1 foot out, trying to figure some things out. But I was already facing the case. I tried to get it postponed because, you know, she pregnant, and the judge like, it's no postponing this,
Yeah.
right? So I'm like, all right. I beat it, right? I beat it. So I say July 11th at that time. My cookout was July 13th for my birthday, and my wife went in labor on my birthday.
Damn.
Right? So I always call her like my miracle, my Matilda. Like, she
Yeah.
came so smart, stuff like that. So it was like once I had her, I had two pending cases. I beat the first one. So the second one, I wasn't telling my wife, but I'm telling my older brother. I'm like, I'm going to jail. So he's like, what you mean? I said, yo, though, this is how it goes. Like, I know I have to face some type of karma.
Yeah.
God let me see my daughter born.
Yeah.
I'm going to jail. Like, you know, and
Yeah.
it was like, people thought, you know, I was crazy. I lost the trial. You know what I mean? And
I told you.
Yeah, but the thing about it was because I felt that, like, I feel like I'd be having this connection, like, you know, like, so I'm like,
intuition.
Yeah, you can't escape everything, and you have to be accountable for certain things.
Yeah.
So when I went to jail, my biggest fear was, she's not gonna know who I am. I got sentenced to 7 years, but I was eligible for this program called ISP, Intensive Supervision Program.
Yeah.
So basically, I did about a year, came home on the program.
Nice.
So now, through this process, I'm a person, when I get to see so much, and I don't know why God made me like this, how things hit me, but like, so now you got the, you know, going to prison, I'm around people, and they like, oh, don't take the program as a setup, and they like, I'm like, well, how's it set up? Like, nobody finishes it. So I'm like, what? yo, yeah, I got a curfew violation. I had a dirty urine. I said, well, that really sound like a setup to me. You know,
nigga, what, come home and don't do drugs.
Yeah,
like,
so
what is happening?
And then they like a curfew. I'm like, I get to go home to my daughter.
Yeah.
Like, so, not so like, and then, but then I also seen like my wife come there and she's falling asleep in visits because they shipped me 3 hours away.
Damn.
But she know that how bad I don't want my daughter not to know me. And,
Yeah.
And I was embarrassed. I said, you know, younger, everybody, oh, you got to ride. You got to ride. She falling asleep.
Yeah.
You know, my daughter looking back when she's walking out of visit.
Yeah.
I got a guy that I'm cool with that I look up and he's in the window because he never gets a visit.
Yeah.
All this stuff is like,
yeah,
these are lessons that's happening.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like a thing of like, I never wanted to have a child in prison, but it was the best thing that could happen because now it's like, is this what your life going to be? Is this how you going?
Yeah.
You going to do this to her?
Yeah.
You said you didn't want to be like your father in that sense.
Yeah.
So once I came home, and another eye opener was when her mother was like, "Where's Daddy at?" And she pointed to the picture of me on the wall because she didn't know me outside of my state uniform.
Damn.
So all this stuff was like, yeah, I gotta. It's a shift. It's a shift in life. That's nowhere close to easy. So I don't want to. Nothing I'm saying right now. I don't want nobody to take this message as it's easy, bro.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people say you got choices. Like that sounds great.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
But when the odds of negativity is way higher than the positivity. Yeah. Some people slip through the cracks and go the right way.
Yeah.
But a lot of us, we take the bait.
Yeah. You succumb to it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking as you're saying, you like how the homies that was down with you, that was locked up or whatever, like, nah, don't take the program. It's a scam. It's also a testament of the mentality of those people who never complete the program.
Yeah.
The people who never complete the program didn't have the gumption or make the choice or decision to say, you know what, fuck all this.
Yeah.
I'm about to finish this program because I'm not trying to be down for whatever time I'm gonna be down. So if this come with it, then I'm gonna just have to go do that.
Yeah.
Because I don't care what nobody say. Any time in prison is not camp.
Yeah.
Unless you go there, there's a bunch of your homies already in there, then maybe, I guess. But what was it? I know your daughter was a big part of what kept you pushing through, but what was some of the other things that you were like, you know what, when I get out of here, this is how I'm gonna live my life. This is how I'm gonna go about doing X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah.
So the scary part, to touch on what you said, you can become comfortable in jail. And if you like awake enough, not like the woke like, but like if you observing enough, you realize that once you know you there, either you're gonna stress through it or you be like, I'm here.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be like I didn't stress through it.
Yeah.
But I also was like, oh, you getting a little too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm waking up knowing the routine, but then I'm also looking. I'm like, no disrespect, and it's not even being tough. Like this guy that's telling me to go in my cell, or he wouldn't talk to me on the street.
Yeah.
You have to follow these rules.
Yeah.
You know, or it gets worse because now he has authority that's gonna, you know. So it's like little thing. I'm like, man, get on your bed. Like, so in your mind, you saying you're a grown man, but the decisions you make and don't really say it.
Yeah.
And then once again, I'm gonna keep always saying this: it's no judgment because everything has its own time and place where it's gonna click for you.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes it don't click at all. But the thing about it was, so I have a lot of brothers, and we like, well, you know, well known and stuff like that. And I'm just like, wow, I've kind of been leading the wrong way the whole time. And it's not even an easy situation because even when you realize and you tell somebody, they look like, oh, you bugging, you changing, what you doing, you know? So it's like nothing about the process is easy, to be honest.
Yeah.
Nothing to this day, nothing about the process is easy.
Yeah.
Even coming here, watching some of your episodes, in my mind, I was prepared. Yeah. Even when I'm talking now, it's like a feeling that's like crazy to me, almost like a little cold, like, you know, like, because it's reality. Like, people don't understand. Like, growth, man, it's difficult. It's difficult, bro. It's difficult. And I try to say it because we are so easy to say, oh, people got choices, you got choices. Now, one thing I always would say is growth is not easy, but you don't have to stand by somebody through all their transition.
That's true.
But now, that before, that was me. I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm not going. And now, then I look back, I'm like, man, you always been this entrepreneur, this go-getter. And somewhere along the line, you stop. But I wanted everybody to go with me.
Yeah.
So now I say it's a thin line between loyalty and stupidity.
Damn. That's true. Do you feel like you have a bit of survivor's remorse?
Every day. I remember my brother, he was serving 11 and a half years. And I'll be going out. Even sometimes, like now, like, you know, because so much has changed over the years where it's just like you always in your mind wish something was different, like things were different, right? And I'll be certain places and I'll be smiling and laughing, and then I'm like, they ain't with me.
Yeah.
You know, or even like guys in the neighborhood, people that you just cool, but you can't get them to see life how you see it.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, and so I just be like, you wake up scared, like, man, I hope nothing happened to them.
Yeah.
But then I also like, you can't keep going back. You can't. You being there don't save at nobody. It just puts you more at risk.
Damn, that's a bar. That's a fact.
And I had to come to. You know how many times you get up in the middle of the night if you enter that world, if you have kids or any people that love you, and you get that call, and now you jumping up to run outside to get with your guys. Every time you leave that, I was being selfish. I was being selfish to the people that care. Like, not saying my guys don't care, but we have another understanding of, like, we think this is normal.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
To this day, when I see my kids and my wife, everybody sleep in the house, it bothers me. Because I be like, they expecting me to come back in this door.
Yeah. How dare you have the audacity to go outside and do some shit to not come back? Yeah.
What can I say to them?
Yeah.
You know, and people don't let you change. And that's another thing you fight with. You know, people want to, you know, that's such and such. How many years I've been helping kids and not like, people know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, I've been giving back forever. I just don't, I'm not like, you know, making it popular. It's from the heart.
Yeah.
You know, certain things you wish you had, you know, and now you giving it back out. And it's kind of healing to you. It's kind of healing to you. Maybe that's a selfish thing. Like I feel a little better because, you know, helping too, you know.
But they say there's research that giving, and I always say it this way, you get what you give.
Okay.
In terms of, like, when you give to somebody, it actually does something to you in the same regard. Like, the person receiving the gift gets joy, but the person that gives the gift gets joy too. Think about the birthday parties or the surprises for your wife or things that you're able to do for your guys or your brothers or whatever. It make you feel good to do something for somebody that you know is going to light their shit up.
Yeah.
It's this thing I'm about to do is about to light their world up. So the ability to give, it is selfish because you get something out of it.
Yeah.
But what you get out of it is the gratitude of being in position to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, the person that was sitting behind bars, if you stayed that person in that mentality, you would never be able to experience what you experience now from giving back, from doing the things that you do for the community or for the youth or whatever. So there is a great, and I say it funny, penance for giving, and that's the gratitude of knowing, like, nah, I'm doing something that's creating some light or space in somebody else's heart, and by me doing so, it's also creating it in mine. You know what I'm saying?
So the catch to it is it's a thing called givers and takers.
Mm-hmm.
And my older sister had told me this, and it was a book. I forgot actually the name of it, but it's about giving and taking. And it said most time the giver end up losing in the end.
Yeah.
I never listened to it because I knew that anything from a child to adult was about helping people. I wanted everybody to win. And I gave till the well was dry.
Mm.
And then everybody found their way.
Yeah.
But and no, and not like it's not people there for me or I don't have my
100%.
What I'm saying is
This is the people that's going to suck the shit dry.
but don't know.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know, like, because believe it or not, some people just think like this is how it go.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna be there for you. You be there for me. I'm gonna be there for you. But nobody realized like, if I give you $100 and you spend $100, let's just say I have $1,000. I give you $100, you spend $100. You need 200. I give you 200. You spend the 200.
Yeah.
So now, everything I'm giving you. So now I'm at $700. I got over here. Boom. You know, a major bill or something happened. I take care of it. Now I got to rebuild.
Yeah.
When I come to you, you never did nothing to make that 300 I gave you never created nothing, no more money.
Yeah.
So you can't help me.
Yeah.
But anytime you came, I could help you.
Yeah. That should be heartbreaking.
Yeah. But at the same time, they didn't put no gun to my head.
Yeah.
My heart did what I did.
Yeah.
So nothing I'm saying here, I blame not one soul.
Yeah.
Accountability is me.
100%.
You know.
100%.
So like these are all the things that it makes you grow up.
Yeah.
You have to grow up, or you're gonna keep going through the same things over and over. And it took a while. That's why I say everything has its own time, because I didn't just learn it.
Yeah.
Put myself in the bad spot. Put myself in the bad spot. Oh, you here again? You know, you just keep looking up. A bad spot again, like because it just don't hit, because you just feel like, nah, that's what we supposed to do.
Yeah.
This is real.
Yeah.
So that's why I removed the realist. It's just chaos.
Yeah.
That the realist carry, and everybody starts saying anyway.
Yeah.
But it carries this real thing. Man, real became fake.
Yeah.
Because it was it's the cool thing. When I start saying it, it was really passion behind it.
Yeah.
Because I meant it. I want us to win.
Yeah.
I want us to win. Let's do this. But somewhere along the line, like I started noticing it. I'm like, man, it don't hold nothing.
Yeah.
Like, just say, even like, let's say being tough. If I beat up 100 people today,
Yeah.
the 101, the next person coming tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's never an ending.
Yeah.
Like, I'm only gonna be tough. Like, God forbid, if I was to die in the midst of it, I'm a legend.
Yeah.
But once that one person beat me,
Yeah.
he took all 100 wins from me.
That's crazy.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
it's a fact.
So once I realized it don't matter what you do in life,
Yeah.
it's never gonna be enough for the world. You start changing and living for yourself.
Yeah.
So like, that's just kind of.
I hear you, because there's a point in time where I started noticing the lie also. Like, the world tells you to be this, and then you become this, and then the world tells you, we didn't mean like all the way like that.
Yeah.
Like, we meant like a little bit different. Like, be like this now. That hurdle of jumping into other people's expectations, it's a endless well. Like, it's just deep, beyond deep, because people are going to always expect you to do what they feel.
Yeah.
Like you said, if the energy is supposed to be, I help you, you help me, I help you, you help me, but your mind ain't in a place where you are thinking about helping other people. You want the help. You receive the help. You take the help. But in your mind, you're never thinking, all right, so now that I got this, how can I put myself in a position to be of help next time? It's like, so your opinion of what I'm doing or what I'm not doing is not really valid, because your opinion is only based on selfishness. It's not based on building. It's not based on us partnering together to build something together.
Yeah.
Yours is, as long as you're taken care of, you good.
Yeah.
And if I'm taking care of myself, you good.
Yeah.
But if I have to rely on you to take care of me, we not good no more. You expecting this and blah, blah, blah. It's like, but at what point did you think at what point did you have in your mind that you were going to be able to take care of me? Like, at what point did you even factor that into the equation of the steps that you're taking on a daily basis? So it was like I stopped allowing other people's opinion of what I'm doing or what I'm not doing or what I should be doing or what I shouldn't be doing. It's like, where's the fruit on your tree?
Yeah.
And how are you using the fruit on your tree to feed other people? Because this mission I'm on, I'm building it so that I can have enough fruit to feed enough people. Obviously not in a place where I'm allowing people to take advantage of. And it's not to say that at 45, people still aren't taking advantage of. Maybe they are, maybe they not. I don't see it. I'm not looking through that lens to even tabulate.
Yeah.
I put it in the equation. You going to take advantage of me? It's in the equation, and I can still win even if you try. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really worried about it. But this notion of like living up to other people's expectations it kind of ruins a lot of our trajectory, because that's how we're taught. We're taught your parents' opinion of you means something. We're taught that your friends' opinion of you means something. We're taught that what people think about you is the litmus test of who you are, as opposed to who you think about yourself, and then everybody falling in line accordingly. So it sucks, man.
Yeah.
It just sucks.
It's rough because, man, like when I think of stuff, like I be just passionate about this stuff, man. It's like, because it's like, it's so many people that don't even realize they fighting these things. They just think that, we normalize things that's just, so like, I think the most painful thing for me is now knowing the truth. So when you don't know it and you in the middle, everything's blurry. But when you can step out and look, it crushes you, because it's not a lot of people that understand even what you're saying. You can't really have a conversation because they looking like, man, what is he even talking about? And I mean, this is like stuff that's I've witnessed, But I was talking about this on my Instagram page maybe a few weeks ago about a story where my son was probably I don't know, 3 or 4, something off. Let's go between 3 to 5 years old, and his grandfather had mentioned to him about wearing cologne. Like, you gotta wear some cologne on for the girls, right?
Yeah.
And I stopped him. And I said, I'm not raising my son like that. Because if his level of success is the approval of what a woman think, that's what he gonna carry his life, trying to please. A woman not going to say, oh, you dress nice. Oh, you smell good. Whatever. I said, no, everything you do is for yourself. And if it happens that a woman think you smell good, if it happens that a woman think you dress nice, that's a plus.
It's gravy on the biscuit.
And I believe in that so much, because coming from the world I come from, the graveyards and the prisons are both packed, because somewhere down the line, not all cases, but a lot of the cases, someone's trying to prove themselves to a woman. Showing off. Even if it's not directly, this not their girl or nothing like that, I want them to know who I am. So I got to be this. I got to stand on that, right? And then they go to jail, and she goes to the next person that similar traits. And you realize it's a cycle that keep happening, but you spending your life in jail. Or you wasn't the lucky one. You got killed over. Or let's see what we're seeing happen now. They're killing the women.
It's nuts to me.
So that's what I'm saying. But believe it or not, a lot of this stuff starts with how we being raised. Like, so when people talk to me and I know we all should feel like this about our kids, but like, oh, your kids are so respectful and things like that, because I'm putting this in them to like, this is how we carry ourselves. Respect is everything.
100%.
And not in the sense of how old now. When I was raised, respect is everything was more of a term of like, don't play with me.
Don't try me, my guy.
I ain't raising my son like that.
Respect
is everything. Is when you shake their hand, you look a person in the eye, you hold the door open for a woman. Even you can hold the door open for a guy. Like, it don't make you soft. So I'm just trying to get stuff that it wasn't. I was raised so cold that I ain't know how to like. To this day, my mother be like, "Love you, I make it love you to my or I make it so it's funny because we didn't get comfortable with saying it.
Yeah.
So my kids can't. My kids say I love you a million times in the house now.
Yeah.
And it's like a super smile on my face because it let me know I'm breaking something.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just like at some point you got to realize that you can't save everybody because in the mix of it you drowning. And even to this day, I still sort of look for approval. And I was telling my wife the other day, my son always asks me like, how did I do with this? Or what you think about this?
Yeah.
And I'm like, why he gotta know he's enough. He's doing
Yeah.
what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
And then I'll give my wife an idea, like, yo, I got this idea. And let's say she like, oh, let me know how to. Now I'm like, I ain't get the energy I got.
Yeah.
Like, so
It's probably stupid.
Yeah. So now I'm just like, oh wait, me and my son is looking. We doing the same thing.
Yeah.
We want reassurance.
Yeah.
That what we doing is enough.
Yeah.
And it's not really a good characteristic for me.
Yeah.
Because I think mine comes from transitioning. Transitioning is so hard that you start to question yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
I listen. Yes,
yeah.
I do. Yes.
Yeah. So it's scary. It's scary.
Yeah.
I got it. My daughter's 16th birthday. She didn't want to. My daughter, she never really want parties and stuff like that. She always kind of knew what she wants. And so I said, what we gonna do? I said, it's your 16th. We gonna get some of your friends, people together. You go have dinner and stuff like that. And this guy we went to Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
So me and my wife sat at the bar. We let her stay at the table with her friends. And this guy was drunk. And he was just talking and talking. And he said something crazy reckless. I jumped up. And when I jumped up, he like balled up. But the thing about it, he was so drunk that I didn't know the manager and all was watching from the camera already. So he was like running out. So they ended up giving us our free food and everything for it. But when I jumped up and he balled up, I started like thinking in my head, like arguing with myself, like, you're gonna be the bully. Like they're gonna, you hit this guy, and he hit his head and died. Like you going
white guy, black guy.
He was like a Indian or something like that. But he was he was tore up. But it was like he was just mad at his life or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, couldn't calm down. Like I was like the whole time, like they took him out, but I was sitting down, but I couldn't calm down because I didn't know. I'm like, who is you? Like, what? Like, who are you? Like you thought about it.
Yeah.
And I was bothered because I'm like, I'm supposed to knock him out in my mind, but I had to learn that sometimes that the shorter win is the bigger loss.
Yeah.
If I did that, and no matter that he started it or whatever, and I hurt that guy on my daughter's 16th birthday, that he go back to jail, and there's a great chance that he's gonna be doing a long time.
Yeah.
I failed.
Yeah.
So transitioning is hard because you always arguing with that voice in your head.
Yeah.
Did I make the right decision? Oh shit, I should have hit him. I wonder what my brother would have thought if I tell him. Like because I never thought before. Everything was like, it's on.
Yeah.
Zero, let's be zero tolerance about it.
Yeah, yeah.
So transition is super hard, bro.
Yeah.
It's hard.
I think, I know. So a big part of starting this journey with the podcast was because of the transition. I felt like maybe 37, 38, I went through like a midlife crisis.
Okay.
Because I started to fight. I started to have the fight in my transition of what I'm used to, the story I've been telling myself versus what I'm actually experiencing right now in real time. It's like, how do you go from this identity that you live by, that you died by, that you fell on the sword by, this is how you're regarded as this. And then one day you decide, I don't want to be that no more. I want to be something different.
Yeah.
And in the changing of it, I feel like logically you can rationalize, you can see it from a philosophical level, but the emotional part of it, that part takes time to connect.
Yeah.
Because logically, I know, like you said, you in a restaurant, logically, punching this man out or folding him up on his counter, is probably going to make me feel good, but I know the ramifications of it isn't necessarily jail time per se, but it's what that means.
Yeah.
That means that all of this work that I've been doing to undo what was done is now undone itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's like now I'm not like where do I put my feet
Mm-hmm.
now that the story's changed? Now that this thing that I hold secret, when I look in the mirror, when I'm driving, when I'm riding, when I'm working out, when I'm with the homies, when I'm with my wife, that person that I'm constantly referring back to, how do I change that in my energy? How do I change that in my emotional field where now I don't feel no type of way for not feeling some type of way, or I don't feel some type of way for feeling some type of way. It's like I can acknowledge that I'm growing. I can acknowledge that I have changed. I can acknowledge that the choice to be who I am now was a conscious decision, not just for the betterment of me, but for the betterment of the people around me.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of started to like fold it away. I'm still in the same position like you. I still look for approval. I'm a talented guy. I'm a Gemini's Gemini,
Okay.
for real. Like anything I put my mind to, I can accomplish.
Okay.
When I was rapping, touring, a whole thing. When I was playing music, I had a band. When I, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
You're gonna be the top of whatever you go.
anything
Yeah.
like this, building this with my two hands.
Yeah.
Like that is something that I've always just been accustomed to. And then it got to a point where it was like, I don't have to do to be. I can just be. I don't have to necessarily have to be.
Mm-hmm.
I can just be. And when I started to like get comfortable with that in my field, it was tough.
Yeah.
It was tough because again, I was still holding on to what was familiar, even though I knew for a fact I had made the choice to embark in this unfamiliar territory.
Mm-hmm.
So I commend you for being able to see it and sit with it long enough to like at least get over to the other side. Because a lot of people don't make it.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't make it through transition. People be like, nah, this shit's too scary, and they go back. That's why a lot of people stay on drugs. It's not that you done been to the rehab 5, 6, 7, 8 times.
It's comfort.
Bruh, the person who I am when I'm on drugs versus the person who I am when I'm not on drugs, it's a scary thing because who am I?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've always had this as my identity. Who am I? You know?
Mm-hmm.
So what have some of the places that you've transitioned to, where have you found comfort in the new you, the new normal?
It might sound repetitive, but I just think it's my kids.
Yeah.
I see so much in them that's what keeps me going. Because it's like I have 3 kids, so my oldest, she's just one. She's one of like one of a kind. She just recently went to Spelman College,
Mm-hmm.
and she had that on her vision board since her sophomore year, and she accomplished it. And not only did she accomplish it, she got a full ride.
Yeah.
So it was like,
Congrats, man. Congrats.
Yeah. And so I look at her and I'm like, she's so strong and she don't even know it.
Yeah.
She's so much stronger than she give herself credit for. And sometimes she say the same thing to me. So we like motivate each other. And that's just like me and her, that's my dog, right?
Yeah.
So then I got my son, who just like almost like, and I don't like to say worship because not a god or
but you're a hero.
like
You're a hero.
And man, he looks for my approval and everything. I watch when I tie my wave cap on to and he always, we could be laying down watching TV, and if I shift a certain way, he'd just try to sneakily shift a certain way. So I'm like, it's my guy. He's watching everything that I'm doing, and or I could be in my room. Just yesterday, he came in the room. I don't know. I'm like, you good, Dad? Like he calling you good? He ain't nothing he really could do for me
Yeah.
physically.
Yeah.
But he don't even understand. Every time he asks me, am I good? It just let me know I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
You know, my youngest, she don't like if my wife making my plate, or she run and grab the plate. Like she's gonna bring me the plate. She's gonna make sure, you know, run and grab me a
I
hug.
do this for daddy.
You know what I mean? So out of all the hardship, because believe it or not, from family to, I don't like to use the word friend loosely, so I'm gonna say if I rock with you like that, you're family as well.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people don't really understand what you go through day to day, just trying to be a better person.
Yeah.
And they be like, yo, when we getting together, and they some people take it personal. And I was like, this transition don't even allow the free time you think, because it's working on your mental to be strong enough to become that person. And like even getting back to like the acting and these things, I had to like really fight with myself mentally, because when I was transitioning, I was feel like I was losing my spunk of how the world perceives me.
Yeah.
You know, or they can't see me like this.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And so, but when I get to my kids and they look at it like my son, he just started playing tackle. He was playing flag his whole time. It's like, you know, and I was his coach. I was the volunteer coach.
Yeah.
So this is the first time of me not coaching him. And he told me like, Dad, I don't really want you to come to practice yet. So I'm like, so I was hurt. Like, what you mean? Like, I can't come to your practice. He's like, nah, you know how sometimes you get by yourself, you want to lock in.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to lock in. And you know, so once I was proud, like he want to step on his own.
Yeah.
But that what's like, man, you my strength a little bit. I need to be around you to keep me going.
Yeah.
And his first game, he didn't end up playing because he injured himself. But his first game, he surprised me with a shirt that, well, all the pictures of me and him from him was young, was coaching and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and my wife said that was his idea. He's like, I don't want Dad to feel bad because I'm not coming to practice. Like,
Yeah.
so it's like, man, them they're like, that's my go-to. My go-to is when I walk in that house, we play the video game real fast, or, you know, I like to write on vision boards.
Yeah.
Now they all do writing. They write. They, you know, my wife doing,
Yeah.
like everybody's, you know, trying to figure their life out. So I'm like, well, I'm impacting the people that I'm supposed to impact.
That's what's up.
You know, although it still hurt that it's something that I wish I could grab and bring with me.
Yeah. What's the how do you stay locked in? Like hearing that from your son and being like, damn, I can't go to the practice. How did you not make that personal? How did you not, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I did make it personal. so it was personal just because it's like that's a part of his growth.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Yeah.
You know, I want to see it. Or even though you think you got this, I'll be able to see some mistakes. Or I'll be able to see what you're doing right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna clap or I'm gonna critique.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he's wise enough to tell me, like, he told me it's like that. You know, you could come. He said, but whatever you feel, wait till we get home.
Yeah.
I respect it. You know what you want. You know your direction. I told him y'all could tell me anything y'all feel as long as y'all say it with respect.
Yeah.
So it's like that's just like kind of where we at. Like before my daughter left for college, she on my birthday she brought me a book she wrote. Well, everything, not every, majority of all the things we talked about from baby till now, because I always took her out to eat. You know, back then chicken nuggets was like a thing and stuff like that. And she wanted me to know that she was taking all this stuff with her, so don't worry about her.
Yeah.
You know, so like all these things that make you feel good, but sometimes it still make you like feel sad as well, because it's like I need y'all to always need me because I'm always gonna need y'all. Yeah. You know? So my dogs.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel that way. I got 3 too. I'm the opposite. I got 2 sons and a daughter.
Okay.
So my oldest son, 24.
Okay.
My daughter is 20. She goes to Keene.
Okay.
And my youngest is 10, about to be 11.
Okay.
That's my twin. Like I call my oldest son Junior, even though he's not a junior.
Yeah.
But my youngest son, he's like my twin.
Okay.
He's the one that I paid attention to him paying attention. Okay. My oldest, it was different. It was like I paid attention to him because of what I didn't have. Even though I had both my grandparents, I had my mom, my dad was off and on drugs, in and out the streets, until I became a dad. And then my dad was like, got clean, like was like
Yeah.
the dad that I always knew he
Yeah.
could be type shit. But when I look at my kids and their individual journeys, I don't want to get in the way of it.
There you go.
I try my best to not get in the way of it. I try my best to encourage. I try my best to, and not to say that I've always gotten it right. My oldest son, I was whooping his ass until he was like 7.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know
Yeah.
the programming.
I got you.
Now my daughter, my daughter and my youngest son, I've never touched them.
Okay.
I've been in a place where I can express myself a certain way without it being derogatory or negative or
Yeah.
sometimes it gotta get there
Yeah.
because y'all playing me right now.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I encourage them to be themselves. I encourage them to shine their light the way that they want to, and I'm just there to help them point it in whatever direction they want to. Like, I'm trying to get it to reflect off the ceiling, but I don't really, I mean, have you ever thought about putting this right here? I never thought about that. I'm not doing nothing but helping them get to where they want to get to. But it has been an interesting journey because, like you, with my oldest changed my whole shit. I never even considered being a dad. At all. Like it did not hit my radar that one day I would be a father. And when I became one, I was young too. I was 20. So he like added a perspective to my lifestyle that I felt like I needed at that time, because all my friends was, it was about getting hoes. That was it. So it was like, if I wasn't hanging out with the homies hanging out with the homie shit, what was I going to do with my life? You know what I mean? Like, and I did have, I cut hair, I do cook. At the time, I wanted to go to barber school, which I did go to barber school. I wanted to go to cosmetology school, but then I ended up going to barber school. And then I never made it to cosmetology school. I mean, to culinary academy because I had a kid. Like, I was like, I'm going to leave, be a dad, do what I got to do because I got to be there for my son, and then I'll come back to it. It turned into this. You know what I'm saying? Where my kids pull up, they want to be on camera. My youngest son with a YouTube channel, like the whole shit. And transitioning into some of the other spaces, what inspired you to get into being an author? What inspired you into becoming a restaurateur? Like, were your kids a part of that, the space that you were able to craft out where I'm dad now and I'm leading by example? Was that what it was, or how did
I think on the author side of the field, so I like to write scripts. So between scripts or books, I feel like mentally for me, I wanted to be remembered, but not just remember. It's like, how you gonna remember me? So, whenever I'm took off this earth, if you read the book, you get to know who I am. My kids can always read the book and say, that's dad. Or, just the world itself. Somebody somewhere gonna be having my book on their bookshelf, and they might read it every time to like help them through something. Like, I just know that in my heart, if I can clean up as much as I could before, and I won't be able to see it. Like, it's just something that helping me right now. It's like when people, strangers, DM me on a regular of just like your words, just when you smile, I believe this, or I feel this. When you talking, I can. So it's like, these are the things that like matter to me now. I want to know that I make you feel all right, like you can keep going. Because it was times I ain't have no like and my family, I love my family. I don't want like nothing to get mistaken. I'm saying, but sometimes you could be right next to somebody and don't know what they're going through, and you don't know how to really help them.
That's true.
So you can have people calling you or just checking in. I ain't tell you. I'm not gonna tell you. So
Yeah.
you just checking in. So so it's like that's not to say it's no love around you, but you just be sometimes you be just wanting a little more. Like I remember sometimes my wife would be like, I could tell sometimes when you might in your mood, I just give you your space, and over I'd be like, I hate when you give me my space.
Yeah.
Like I'm a person. I need like affection. Like
Nah, I'm the
like
same way. Facts. Show me you
because
love me.
I need to know my purpose of like, nah, you can't be like this. You care for you.
Yeah.
When you walk away, that room get colder.
Mm. Yeah.
So that's why when my son knock on that door and say you good, I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
My daughter texts me from college, what you do today? Or we FaceTime, and majority of stuff is just jokes with each other. Like, but it's just like everything is just like a small, like little small things that keep me going. And
a little bit of fuel.
Yeah, so that's how that's the author side of it. The food side was like an accident. So I always wanted a sports bar, and I don't know if it's open no more. I went to New York when I was younger to a place called ESPN Zone, and it was the first place I went to where it was like a combination of sports, food, and the atmosphere was family there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, I always said I want something like that. We went to Mexico, I want to say, and maybe my son was 3 or something, but he always had like this grown man personality.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to this. It was a bar out there that was a kid friendly bar. So like they served alcohol, but it wasn't like outright grown. Like so, we went to that bar every day while we was on vacation, and they had a table that was made of like almost like the green fake kind of field, and then the cup holders was like the baseball field kind of.
Yeah.
So and me and my son talked sports, and I said, well, maybe I don't want a sports bar no more. Maybe I want a restaurant where my kids can be there, and kind of journey into that.
Yeah.
And then I said, well, how do you do it? They said, don't do nothing that you don't love. I love wings. I love steaks. So we started making the things that that I loved, and me, my brother, my wife, we sat around one day, and my brother, he wanted to be a chef. I wanted to be a business owner. My wife graduated, she had her degree in business management. So I'm like, let's make all this stuff work. Like, and we messed with the food, so we felt like we had a unique taste. And from there, we kind of just, and then now I kind of just fell in love with the thought of like, it's once again help people. People, I interact with you when you buy your food, and so many things, and a lot of stuff arrived from pain. I went to school, and I didn't have, and make sure I make it clear, my mom did her best she could. 6 kids, my father back and forth. So, but I didn't have the finances like that to like eat lunch. I'm like outside. I mean, after school we go and eat and stuff like that. I didn't have. It was either catch the bus or spend my bus money on food, and then even with that, I didn't have enough to buy like the combos.
Yeah.
So I used to lie. I lie and be like, oh, I'm not hungry, or then I will get just a fry off the dollar menu or a nuggets off the dollar menu and say, oh, I don't want a full combo. But everything was like, I just didn't have the money.
Yeah.
So it was like very discouraging.
Yeah.
So when I got to the food world, it was like, now guess what? Like I can get the combos. I can do whatever I want now because it's mine, right? And then I also paid attention to the kids who couldn't. Yeah. And I make sure they got that combo, so they never have to worry about this feeling.
Yeah. How did you? The first time that you did that, the first time that you blessed a kid with a combo, what was the signal that was like, hold on, he like me, let me do this, and what did you feel once you were able to do that?
I remember. Man, this kid, he's so well mannered, and it's crazy because he reminded me. So I was like real short, and like my freshman year, and the kid was so small. You wouldn't have thought that he was in I forgot what grade he was in, and he would talk with some mannerism, like let me get a French fry or listen, and they was making jokes. They let him get one, but it was like almost still like a joke where I guess maybe I was taking it more personal because of my past, but I'm like friends don't like do that. Yeah. So I'm like, I called him. I'm like, what flavor wings you like? And then he like, oh, I don't have no money. I'm like, no. And he like, I'm like, I think he said, I want to say honey barbecue. That was I see him clear. Like I think he said honey barbecue. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, all right. So he sat down. I got my brother. I'm like, yo, drop a 10-piece wing, like honey barbecue. I came out, bring it to the table, and he just looked at me like, you serious? So I'm like, yeah. And he like, thank you so much. And like it just was like, that was me. Like, I just fed myself.
Yeah.
I just fed myself.
Fire, yo.
Yeah.
That's fire.
I mean,
I know you was floating around. Yeah.
Like, that was like, it's just like, so many people going through things, man, and you don't really understand. Like, that kid would come in every day, and he was bringing friends, lying out, like, and they spending money because I gave him that 10-piece for free.
That's what's up.
You know,
It's a cool way for some marketing too.
and the crazy thing, it wasn't really even thought of. It just was like, I know what that feel like.
Yeah,
man, that's like, honestly, bro. I remember growing up, and it changed so much because I guess the food costs so much now that they took like supersized off the McDonald's. Like, but at this time, and it was like, to us, we didn't know. It was like a great time. So, but now as an adult, I can see how much my mother was doing whatever to make sure.
Yeah,
she'd get like a supersized fry.
Yeah,
and then she'd get nuggets, and then she
break it down. Yeah.
So we was just so happy to get McDonald's. Like, so it never dawned like,
we only got 3 nuggets.
Yeah, she's stretching this.
Yeah.
She's stretching this.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, sometimes my son had my son left his lunch bag. Something, and my wife was like, no, he gotta learn. So I said, no. So she like, but I understood her message of like, he gotta be more responsible. Yeah. But all I thought about him at that table, and everybody was eating.
Yeah.
I grabbed that bag so
I'll
fast.
Be right
but I got it. I knew what she meant. But once again, she wasn't there with me, so she would never understood. Like, that was a personal space. My kids cannot. I told my daughter, I said, I'm a reader. I love to read. That's another thing. That's started writing too, because I found so much. I didn't even know I love to read like this, and I found so much joy in reading that I can't stop now. And so I told my daughter when she got to college, she was like, "Yo, I'm about to fill out for jobs," stuff like that. I said, "Listen, I ain't telling you don't get a job."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Slow down." I said, because one thing is, when you read it, you learn that a lot of different cultures make sure that finance problems is the last thing that their child worry about in school.
Yeah.
And those that do, not saying they don't succeed.
Yeah.
But it get rough. It get real rough on them.
It's a fact.
So that's why I say I ain't rich, but I'm gonna do whatever it take.
Yeah.
Legitly.
Yeah.
To make sure that
I'm sending a couple birds to school.
But like I said, like, so, because this the thing is, I want you to know that you're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Because she been working hard since they wanted to send her to a gifted school in 6th grade. Yeah. It was like a boarding school for girls. I'm like, no, she needs a balance of here and learning. Like, because one thing you don't want is like one track, because you can't adjust in these rooms. And I had to learn that.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So yeah, I mean, that's how I got in the journey of, books and food.
Yeah. When did you discover this love of reading? This was like an adult thing. This is recent. Like in your teenagers.
Well, so we did reading in school at elementary, and I had books I liked, but never like I was in love with it.
Yeah.
Right? So then my older cousin, he started writing books, and I would read all his books, and but once again, it was like action packed. I love who he's writing. So it was like, and this is like, I'm calling it's like my older brother. So it's just like, yo, you wrote, so, but when I got I call it my vacation, on vacation, I had started reading like James Patterson books. And it was so, what do you call it? Like them twist and turn books, like and I'm like, whoa, this is kind of deep. But that still didn't do it. Then I read Rich Dad Poor Dad. That book changed. That book changed my life.
Man, that's a good book.
That book changed my life. I put it at the top of my list because he was the first person that when I read a book that broke down. Because when I first heard Rich Dad Poor Dad, to be honest with you, no disrespect to anybody, I'm like, where they going with two fathers?
Yeah,
like that's so. So
I just caught that.
So when I read the book, I'm like, oh wow, his best friend father's rich. Mm-hmm. His father was considered like the middle class.
Yeah, and hardworking.
Yeah, and he was just showing the difference of how the risk taker, kind of wins, and then the person who don't kind of suffers. And how his father was so mad at how the best friend father thought, and it just helped me blend it because it's stuff you take from both sides.
Yeah.
But then recently, what topped that book is Lucky Me by Rich Paul. Because he brung the rich dad, poor dad for us to understand it.
Lucky me. I will be adding that.
Like,
you and Jeremy, both of y'all blessed me with books to go get. Lucky me.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that. So like, I think I put that as my number one.
I got a new one. Right now I'm listening to Jason Williams. The Man, the Moment Demands.
I think I heard of that one.
Yeah.
I can't listen. I don't.
I drove trucks.
Oh, okay.
So it was like a big part of my maturation journey was having a lot of odd jobs.
Okay.
When in lieu of sitting. So I got myself in a situation where I was on probation for 5 years.
Okay.
And luckily, because of the type of situation it was, I was allowed to be only on probation for 5 years.
Okay.
But during that time, I couldn't get the type of jobs that I would usually get. Like
Okay.
I've never been a I'm not working guy.
Yeah, I got you.
I've always, I don't care if it's 2 jobs or 3 jobs, I'm always gonna have a job.
Yeah.
At this time, the only jobs I could get was like driving jobs.
Okay.
Because you don't need a degree.
Yeah.
You just need to have a clean record and a clean driving record. And I could do that. Man, I'm transporting cars. I'm working for moving companies. I'm the foreman at moving companies. Crazy. So a lot of my time was just on the road.
Yeah.
And as much as I wanted to physically pick up a book, I just didn't have the space. So I started listening to podcasts.
Okay.
I started listening to audiobooks. And, bruh, it just changed because now when I hear something, I could pause it and I can stew on it. Like when you read, you highlight, it's a part you like, you're like, ooh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with audio, it was like, I'll be driving from, let's say, here to DC. That's a 4-hour drive.
Yeah.
Bruh, I'm listening to 2-3 audiobooks.
Yeah.
Or I'm listening to a audiobook on the way down and the rest of it on the way back. And it just, I don't know, I started to hear the wisdom as opposed to feeling some type of way because I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
It was like, nah, then I started to see it. Like, I'm listening to it, but now I'm seeing it. Like, oh, I can't front like a lot of times it's the drift because you listening to it, but then you start listening to yourself. You start to envision yourself in this situation that they talking about.
Yep.
So now it's like, man, that time when I was 7 and I was,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
But check right there, right?
Yeah,
How
yeah.
you saying it's not apologizing, I'm cutting off.
Nah,
right?
you good.
Imagine, so like when you talk, I know exactly what you feel.
Yeah.
Imagine when you get that moment and then you look around, you're like, oh, ain't nobody I could tell this to.
Yeah.
That's what you know what I'm saying? Like it's like because when you talk, I'm like the highlight and then I'm like, I didn't even say it. He said it. But like you get what I'm saying?
Facts.
But so
Facts.
even when sometimes I hit Jeremy, I'd be like, yeah, bro, I'm just trying to like, and he'd be like, well, what do you mean? Like Jeremy was, when I tell you he was so on, he's like, yo, what you doing, man? What's up with you? When you getting back to this? He's like, you got a story, bro. You got like, and like we ain't know each other all our lives.
Yeah.
But he showed the passion and concern, like, let's go.
Yeah.
And that's what I look for today.
Yeah.
That's what I look for, man. Like when a person just wants you to win and they get nothing out of it.
Nothing out of it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yes.
now that's what I'm saying. Like I don't when I'm surrounding myself with now, even just the negative thinking. I know sometimes we don't think we negative, but it's because it's natural.
Yeah.
But for me, like even like right now, I could drive. When I was driving here, I keep finding myself like, dang, I ain't turn the music on again. Like I just ride in silence. Like and I don't really be knowing what I can't like place it. It's not nothing perfect about me or it makes me better than the next person. I just need this peace.
Yeah.
I need this peace. So if you call me and you gotta like, yo, we could do this and it makes sense. But before you do it, you be like, hey, yo, such in the hood, yo, this was going like right there.
Yeah.
By the time we get to what you You tell me,
killed it for me. Yeah.
and I'm not better than you.
Yeah.
Because at one point I didn't understand.
Yeah.
But I have a thing, and this is like strong, like it's called a penthouse and bourbon, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I always, all my favorite movies, when I see a successful person, they always pour like a shot of whiskey or the bourbon, right? And they take a sip, right? And the penthouse, you're on that top, that view.
Yeah.
I was blessed to be around a lot of the entertainment industry and nice places people living in, and it was like that penthouse. What I realized, most of us live in the lobby. And the lobby, it don't cost nothing to get in the lobby. You can front, you can be whatever you want in that lobby. They might got some free food, might some glass of water.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what anybody's living like in the lobby.
Yeah.
But a lot of times our friends, our family, they're addicted and comfortable in the lobby. When we worked hard to get in the penthouse.
Yeah.
And we're up there feeling like we're not supposed to be up there. And guess what? We come back right to this lobby.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I used to beat myself up. And I held myself back. Because I know I'm supposed to be in this penthouse.
Yeah.
And the penthouse can be anywhere. It's not just saying, it's just saying the top level of wherever you want to be. That's your penthouse. But we keep staying in the lobby. You can invite some people up sometimes and just see if they ready to make this, or just come up and visit sometimes.
Yeah.
But don't make yourself stay in that lobby because you feel like you hurting somebody that don't even care to be up there.
Yeah.
And then what I looked at now when I look at the movies, what they got that bourbon, and I, mark my word, if you watch movies, look at it now when they grab that whiskey or anything. It's when they try to make one of the toughest decisions in their life.
That's true.
So now I'm not saying it ain't success. It just means the more you climbing up that ladder, the more pressure. And they sit down, they take that deep breath, and they drink that shot.
Got to let go 78 people.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now I look at things totally different. I'm like, man, he under pressure like I'm under pressure. You know? So, but it's not, it's just like this growth thing of where everybody can't go. It's gonna always hurt you that everybody can't go. And then you're always gonna be the bad guy. And then some people gonna say, yo, I understand it.
Yeah.
Bro, you going somewhere else that I don't want to be there.
Yeah.
I used to get mad if I ride through my hood and see some of my close friends still outside. Like, yo, what y'all doing, bro?
Yeah.
And then, they might got a job where they worked all week and they want to sit outside on Friday. That's their success.
Yeah.
That's their happy place.
Yeah.
Who am I to say don't do what you happy with?
Yeah.
But I'm just worried. I don't want the straight bullet to hit you. I don't want yesterday to catch up.
Y'all know how this shit be out here.
You know what I mean?
Fact.
So, but now I'm at a point where it's like, that's how the book came about.
Yeah.
We look at the glue as being the person that hold it together.
Yeah.
But now I'm looking at, no, I was the glue that was keeping everybody stagnant, including myself. Because I wanted us all to go to the top.
Yeah. It's painful, man. It's painful wanting better for yourself, wanting better for the people that you're surrounded by. Yeah. And it seems like you're the only person that wants this better thing. Even though everybody's talking about I want more, I want better, or I want this, or I want that. It's like, dog, it's only a couple decisions away to get this. Yeah. It's not some off-limits thing to people like us because it's people like us that usually have the stick-to-itiveness to get to whatever that other thing is. It's not really a lot of people who haven't. It's like the people who haven't been through anything, once adversity comes, it's hard to find their footing because they've never experienced adversity. Versus the people who have experienced adversity. Adversity coming is just, this is what I grew up, I'm accustomed to it. Not to say that just because it's adversity, you just gonna knock it out the park. But you're able to handle that pressure and that stress where it doesn't take your mind away from you. It actually makes you lock in more. It makes you focus a lot more because you know what's at stake. You like, man, this pressure feeling like whatever it's feeling like, but I'm not going to fold. I'm not going to break. I'm going to push through like I usually push through. In this process for you, you were saying like how you ride around in silence. I ride around and I listen to instrumentals or I listen to jazz music heavy. Like my kids, my wife, they tease me all the time. Bro, I got the old man car.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, a lot of times when I'm listening to jazz or I'm listening to frequency tones and bells
Yeah.
and sound bowls and shit like that, it's only because I don't want the noise of words.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want the noise of somebody else's energy past just the music, the melodic part of it. I feel not safe per se, but it's comfortable for me because it's not another thing that I have to process and think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to process what this person is saying in this song, and now I'm envisioning myself in this world of their words. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, it'd be like I throw the jazz on because I know, one, in that music, it's not written.
Mm-hmm.
In that music, they're just going off of flow. They in free state. They're doing something that a lot of us experience in spurts,
Mm-hmm.
like when you cooking or when you in the studio, when you doing something that you really passionate about. Time don't exist no more.
Mm-hmm.
You look up like, yo, it's been 3 hours.
Yeah.
I enjoy that in that space.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I thought I was the only one that does that, and I'm finding out more and more that there's more people who actually do that.
And I think that's the growth part of it, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, even when you say, like, when people use the term like the realist, ain't nobody like me or whatever, right?
Yeah.
You know, why we use these terms, my opinion, we use these terms because we're in rooms like that. Like, let's just say we on a block. You're on a block, and nobody want to leave but you.
Yeah.
Right? Or you'll get clowned. Like, this is stuff like, I'm like, I'm gonna do this. Man, you ain't gonna do that. Like, then I do it. You know.
Yeah.
So now you feel in this sense of like, I'm this person, not in an arrogant sense, but like the realist is because this is what they want to wake up every day and do this. I want to change the game and do that, right?
Yeah.
We don't. But then you put yourself in an uncomfortable room.
Yeah.
Where they said this at Spelman. They said you're now in a place where you are used to be that number one. You're now in a place where everybody number one.
Mm.
Which can be, to you, it can be overwhelming, or you can look at it as, now I found my peers.
Yeah.
I found the people that, because we going no, I ain't something. Yeah. We gonna build now.
Facts.
So it's not that we're the realest in the room. We in the wrong rooms.
Yeah.
Let's get in these rooms and mingle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's disagree to agree, to disagree, to adjust, to readjust, the deprogram to like.
Yeah.
Let's get into these rooms.
Yeah. It's needed.
Yeah, you know, and
Sure.
that's the thing. But where I think that our biggest mistake, and I always say because I put us in one pot for certain things, but like, we think when we grow that everybody else should grow. Like 10 years ago, we wasn't them.
Yeah. Niggas be getting amnesia.
Yeah. So now the thing about it is, it hurts because I know that it takes too long, and I know that a lot don't even make it.
Yeah.
There's a
True.
lot that don't make it to the point where it clicks.
True.
So it hurts. So that's why I see, you do what you can do, but don't overstay your welcome.
Yeah.
Because you could be around a person and give them everything for them to change, and that be the same person that waiting for you to turn your eye and take everything. They just sitting around and waiting for that perfect moment. So we can't. I say this, like, you can't be like in the streets for 20 years. And then one year you change in your life.
Yeah.
And think you're gonna go right back to that area and get everybody to believe that, right?
Yeah.
And at first I was like a little hurt by it because I'm passionate about whatever I do. But then I'm like, man, they got 20 years of evidence.
Yeah.
20 years of evidence. So you want your 1 year to overshadow the 20 years.
Yeah.
So I would say you can't just go back to the hood and just do all this good for people and think that the person that ain't adjusted yet is gonna just you won't get a pass.
Yeah.
You don't get a pass. Nah.
Oh, he doing good now.
Yeah.
The beef is over.
Yeah.
He good.
So I think that's what people get naive at.
Yeah.
I'm grown. I ain't a fool, and I'm nowhere close to soft. So
Yeah.
it's just that I must stay over here.
Yeah.
But you stay over there.
Yeah.
That's your world. You want to control your world? Control it. I ain't judging it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be a fool and think that today that everybody just forgive anything.
Yeah.
And that people won't like negativity will always outlive the positivity. So that's why you gotta love yourself, because if you don't love yourself and you wait for them to accept who you are, you're never gonna be successful mentally.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of
What are they accepting? It's like if you don't love you, then that means the version of you that's showing up in their world isn't true, is not authentic, is not genuine.
Mm-hmm.
So what benefit does it serve you to be loved for who you're not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially if you're not loving yourself that way.
I always say, like, now in my older age, that I always thought I was a leader, but I was a follower.
Okay.
Because I'm doing what you expect me to do. So I'm not really leading. I'm looking at to see what you expect of me, and I'm becoming that.
Yeah.
You know, when I can know sometimes that, yo, this beef don't make no sense. But being that like, they look at you like, nah, he's zero tolerance. Now I'm seeing zero tolerance.
Yeah.
And my mom, like, man, it's stupid. Like, it's stupid, but I can't let them down.
Yeah.
Then I got to the point of saying, yo, this don't make sense. They're like, man, I don't know what's up with son. I'm still the same person. You ain't gonna put your hands on me, no toughness, no to anybody. I ain't. But I'm still that person with growth.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of stuff, they tricked us to making it feel like we supposed to be doing this.
Yeah.
So now that I do know this, a guy crashed into me maybe a month now. And I mean, he literally, I believe he was drunk. They wouldn't do the test because they said they didn't see him stumbling. But when we grew up, when somebody do something stupid, like as soon as he crashed into me, I jumped out the car.
Yeah.
Typically,
popped on him. Yeah.
When I jumped, my son was with me.
Yeah.
I jumped out. I'm like, dang, bro, you ain't see me, man. Like, how you ain't, like, and he just looking crazy or whatever the case may be. And I had to think, once again, I got to think, like, because my son can say, this is what dad would have did. He could jump out and go to hit somebody that got a gun on him. Now I lost my son because he was doing what I would have did. I got to lead them right.
Yeah, man.
I got to lead them right.
Yeah, man.
Because I know deep inside, if I'm pushed to this level, I'm not really worried about that part of it.
Yeah.
So, and that's the thing. You got to be tough enough to know that you're tough enough that you don't have to be tough.
Yeah.
Like, you understand? Like,
Fact.
you have to be, you have to know that I know that I'm willing to go this far.
Yeah.
If this person pushed me.
Yeah.
So go over here. I'm going to go over here.
Yeah.
Because they don't have enough sense.
Yeah.
To know where this thing
goes. How far I'm willing to take this. Yeah.
And being that I know that, and I look at them that's expecting so much more of me, I'm going over there with them.
Nah, that's valid. That's valid. I mean, shit, we've been at it for a minute, so we could land a plane there. I will say though, it's been a pleasure. It's been an honor to break. I want to say break bread with you, but to spend time and share energy.
For sure.
Just for the simple fact that before today, we've only had one conversation.
Yeah.
And I think this is a testament to say, like, we need a lot more of just talk.
Yes.
Not based on who's winning or who's losing or who has it better or who has it worse, but, what do you have and how did you get there?
Yeah.
And I think this is a good example of that. Is there anything, because you dropped a lot of gems, I just say that.
I appreciate it.
Is there anything you want to leave the audience with? And in leaving that, I also want you to let people know where they could get the book, how they can connect with you, so forth and so
on. Once I want to say thank you for having me.
Appreciate you.
Super pleasure. Shout out to Jeremy for the link. Super pleasure. just building and having someone like-minded.
Yeah.
So I just want to say thank you. Hats off to what you're doing in your platform, and I'm wishing y'all nothing but the best.
Thank you.
To get in contact with me, I'm fluent on Instagram, Mr. Champs respectfully. So it's Mr._Champs_respectfully. And if you hear, I talk about champs a lot. That's for anybody going through anything, is to tap inside that inner champion and keep going. Don't let life beat you down. Don't let growth and not having your friends or whoever supporting you this new journey you on, because it get lonely. But as long as you tap inside that inner champion, you're gonna be all right. You know what I mean? And hit that. When you follow me, hit that link in my bio. Grab my book. It's Diamond in the Rough, man. A lot of jewels in there. Because I just want everybody to win. All right. Appreciate y'all for taking the time out to check us out.
Fire. So without any further ado, thank you for pulling up to another episode of the Grown Man Shift podcast. I am Baith. That is Jameel. Please like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. If there's anybody you think would be a good fit to pull up to the pod and talk shift with me, please send them my way. Don't forget to hit the email, grownmanshitpodcast@gmail.com. I'm going to start reading some of the emails that I've been getting, just so we can get more emails, because I want to talk. I want to converse. I want to grow this community as big as it possibly can. So thank you again, and peace.